Hello. Hello, friends. This is Sally on Camp Creek. How are you on this beautiful Monday morning? It is Monday. It is Monday after Sunday, and it is beautiful. And I have some coffee with some cream, and it is lovely too. In my Dollar General cup. Aren't these cute cups? Look. I don't know if you can see that, but that is a cable knit sweater type stitch, a cable knit stitch on that cup. Isn't that the cutest thing you ever saw? But the best part about it is they have a little narrow lip. So my Pioneer Woman cups that are so pretty have a big fat lip, so you get a drip every time you take a drink, and that's not a good thing because no one wants to be a drippy drinker. At least I don't want to be a drippy drinker. I'm already a drippy drinker without any extra help. So if I ever get invited to tea with the Queen, I will be embarrassed because I'm a drippy drinker. Anyway, it's Monday. Well, I made a video about the glitter, but then I never posted it because my grandkids were in the background and they were on it, and I don't like to put them out there, you know. Anyway, I said we had glitter. We had glitter, 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 glitter. They had a school project that they had to make with the turkey that was super cute. You had to disguise the turkey, and so my grandson disguised his turkey as a rock and roll singer, I guess, because he was all different colors and had a beaded necklace on and lots of glitter. And Jo, the little one, she had to decorate a gingerbread man and disguise it. So her gingerbread man was a gingerbread cat disguised as having a cat with a turkey tail or something like that. Anyway, nonetheless, they got the glitter. And I have glitter in my living room. They did it at the table. Of course, I have glitter under my table, and I had to throw the tablecloth away. And I have glitter on the floor, in the cracks of the kitchen floor, on the floor in my bathroom, on the floor in the other bathroom, on the counter in the sink, in my hair, on my clothes, on the living room floor, on the carpet, in all the kids' bedrooms. And I was having tea with my friend, and she had that glitter on her face. So just being in the presence of me makes you glittery. I am well glittered. We are well glittered, but that's okay. I'm not afraid of glitter, but I'm still cleaning the glitter up, and it's been many days since they made these little projects, and they were so cute, but I tell you, the glitter was everywhere. It looked like Tinkerbell and her entourage exploded in my kitchen. So it was fun. Anyway, it's been super busy and crazy, and we've had rain. And you know, we don't always get rain in Oklahoma very consistently. But we've had nice rain, and that makes everybody happy. So all the farmers in the coffee shop are going to be grinning this morning, and that's a good thing. That makes them very happy. Meanwhile, I got the mud. So I rolled my carpet up and I swept underneath it. This is the stuff I've been doing. I swept underneath it and I cleaned it up, got down on my hands and knees, and I mopped it all up. And I thought, this carpet is going to have to go. I would rather not have a rug in my living room than have a dirty, nasty rug. So I may pull that rug out and just spend the winter with my wood floor, which kind of makes it colder, chillier in here. Although my house is toasty warm anyway, what's it matter? But the rug is just dusty under there. It's really not terrible, but it's just so dusty. It just gathers dust. So I have to roll it up. It's a big rug. I have to roll it up, sweep it and mop it, vacuum it. Vacuum it first. Then I sweep the cracks out. Then I get down on my hands and knees and I wash it. Then I vacuum the back of the carpet. And if I had a place to hang it, I would beat it out because I've done that, and that really does make a difference. on getting that little fine dust out of your carpet. But what I did wrong was I bought some that carpet smelly stuff just for fun, kicks and giggles, as they say. And that filtered down into that rug so bad the vacuum couldn't suck it up. So that's what I've been sweeping up. It's just sifting, sifting, sifting. I don't know. Sometimes we make a bigger mess trying to make things special. Anyhow, but I woke up this morning thinking I want to crochet today. I just want to crochet today. Okay, the weather is wet and it's November something. What is it? I don't even know. And I want to crochet. But I want to crochet not just anything. I want to crochet something I don't know where I put it. That's called comfort crochet. It stormed last night, and so we had some lightning and scared Declan. He only woke him up. But that weather makes my hip hurt. I fell off the porch. I used to have a beauty shop, okay? And I know, look at me. Can you imagine me having a beauty shop? What a joke, right? But I did. And my husband decided that I needed a career or a job where I could make my own time and whatever, set my own schedule. And so he insisted I go to beauty school, which I did. When I come out of there, I think there were 12 beauticians in my immediate area. We have a little town of about 1,000 people, but there's another little town 10 miles away, and another little town 20 miles away, and another little town 5 miles away. So it's bigger than it appears, but there were like 12 beauticians, I think. They didn't all have beauty shops though. Some of them worked in other shops, but they were like all working to one degree or another. Some were just working in their home part-time. Anyway, there were 12. And they kind of thinned out pretty quick. But I just remember thinking, there's 12. There's 12 of us. How are we going to do that? But I was 6 years, and I did it 6 years, and I had a nice little clientele. But I just, I didn't love it. I just didn't love it. But I got my kids through school doing that. And I always had cash to give them for ball games and stuff. So that was all good. But then I started having eye trouble, and they told me I was going to probably not be. Actually, what they told me was I would be blind by 2 years at the loss of vision that I was having. And I had a brain scan, all kinds of ridiculous garbage to eat up money. And they just said, well, you just don't have good eyesight. So I decided that I was just going to quit. I didn't love it anyway, and I didn't make tons of money, and I just didn't like it. I didn't mind the hair, and I love the people, but I just didn't. It made me nervous. It stressed me out. I worried about it all. I worried about messing somebody's hair up. I worried about them not liking it. I would be in church and a haircut I had done, I could see a spot, and I would make them come to the bathroom so I could fix it, Carried my scissors. That was too much. So I found something else to do. But I told you that for a reason. What was the reason? I don't remember. Left me. It'll circle back. Anyway, I don't know what I was talking about. Comfort crochet. Let's get back to that. I have this yarn. I just want to crochet this particular yarn. And I'm like, where did I put that? And I couldn't remember, but I knew it was with Works in Progress. So I went in the closet and I hunted it up and I found it. And don't ask me why I want to crochet on this. It's just virus shawl, and I was making it for myself. I have another virus shawl in the basket that I'm making for somebody that I need to actually finish for them. But I don't know if I'm going to have enough yarn to make this as big as I want it. But isn't that pretty? This is what I was thinking of. This is that Hobby Lobby hand painted, I think it's called. hand painted. Is that what it's called? Authentic hand dyed. Authentic hand dyed. Yeah, yarn bee. Then when they decided to go all fancy and they got this wool yarn that they sold that looked like this. And I love this yarn. I need to buy another skein of it. Hibiscus Palm. That's what this is called. It's just so pretty, real jewel tones. And I thought it was beautiful. Anyway, I just wanted to work on it. I think I'm doing it with a G hook, I believe. Not 100% sure. You know, they sell them little tags you can put on your stuff when you put it up that tells you what hook you want. And always before, I stored my stuff with the hook. I used cheap metal hooks, so have 100 of them, and I would do that. But this time I did not. So I don't even know for sure. Oh, that's frightening. But I believe that's an F. I believe it's a G hook. Now this is the same yarn, the same type yarn, and it's real nice, and it's actually softer than the other. It's the Authentic Hand Dyed Blend, and it's Cloudy Indigo. I never noticed this said this one's a blend. 50%. This would make socks, people, because it has a nylon in it. I did not know that. Actually, I don't know that it's a nylon, but it is something. Anyway, I'm using an F hook on it, although I have gone back and forth because I've had some tension issues. This one is 100% superwash merino. So, anywho, I've just wanted to do this. It's November, and I'm feeling. November's always kind of a good and bad month both for me. Like I can feel homesick in November. Sounds crazy. November is when my mom used to make her Christmas candy. And I want to make Christmas candy, but if I make it, I'm going to eat it. I wanted to make it for the mail lady, but maybe I need a bigger hook. I don't know. But I priced semi-sweet chocolate chips, and I don't think I'm going to do it. I think it's too pricey this year again to make. I may change my mind. You know, I like this. I love to make this shawl because if you make a mistake, it's easy to go back and fix. And it's easy to count your stitches every little bit. It's very easy to do. And so you get a good rhythm going with crochet a bit, count a bit, and you don't tend to make mistakes. But if you do, it's somewhat forgivable. You don't always have to rip out and go back. Anyway, I have made mistakes in them before. But I do love this pattern because I love to make shells. So, yes. What was I telling you? Let me tell you a funny story. No, I better not tell you that. That might get me in trouble. You know, we don't want to get in trouble, right? So, I don't know. I also want to craft more this time of year because the weather's usually getting cooler, and right now it's wet. Last time about this time of year when we had um, rain, my bathroom in my other house flooded. And I had a baby goat in the bathroom in a Rubbermaid, actually a generic Rubbermaid, because I don't spend money on Rubbermaids anymore. And I had bedded it down there. I was bottle feeding it. When the rain came, I went and got it, brought it in the house. And then when I heard the water rushing in and I went and checked, I had that goat. It had 3 inches of water in my bathroom, and that goat was floating. He was so tiny, it lifted him up. And I had to take a video of it somewhere. I have a video of it. It's so funny. Anyway, so they fixed that. But yeah, it's that time of year. And so much fun to have rain. I won't complain about a little leak. Because you know what? We didn't get any rain after that till in the spring. And I never had that problem again till springtime. And we couldn't even fix it because we couldn't see where it was coming from until the next time it rained that hard, you know. So it was an ongoing issue. We thought we had it fixed, but how do you test it? Take your garden hose out and spray your house down? No, let me tell you what, that didn't work either. So 10. See, I have one too many stitch here. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. No problem. Easy to fix when you catch it right then. So this time of year, so I thought of this shawl and I thought, I wish I had that out. I would work on that if I had it out. So I went to it and I got it up and brought it in here and decided I'm going to work on it a little bit. I put some rows on my sweater. I will show you. It's getting more and more done on it all the time. But I don't know when I'll ever get it done. I'm in the middle of a row. This is the back side. It's looking pretty big. I don't know. It might be time to make the bottom of it pretty soon, pretty quick. I'm going to do this garter stitch, I think. That is a Tin Can Knits pattern, and it's made with, I love this wool in, I don't remember what color that is, bisque, maybe. I bought it on sale. Don't even know if they have that anymore. So I bought it on sale a long time ago and started that sweater. And I made that sweater twice because it would have fit Haas Cartwright the first time. So I made it again. And it's smaller. But if I don't quit eating them little Debbie cakes, I'm going to be as big as Haas Cartwright and it's going to fit me. Been a stressful time of year and I tend to want to cook and eat. Although I haven't been letting myself bake as much. And when I do, I've been sending it away because I just don't want to eat it. But that's what November is good for. It's time to bake bread. It's time to make candy. It's time to try those recipes out that you're going to take to the family Thanksgiving dinner. No, bad idea. Bad idea. Anyway. So, that's all my crocheting. I did work on my mesh lattice shawl a little bit. And I just got this out this morning. And this is what I'm going to do today because I'm just in the mood to do it. I'm going to have to get some more light in here. I'm never going to be able to see it. And then I've got to get back to cleaning my house. I tell you, Monday mornings are horrendous. And I have tons and tons of laundry. Well, about 4 loads. Feels like tons. I don't like to get behind on it. And I sorted kids' clothes out of the kids' closet. And just one kid. Yeah, just one kid to go to the thrift store. And I've got to do the other kids' because it's time to get winter things out and move summer things out. And that's a good time to decide, okay, this is a size 4 for the 5-year-old and it fits perfectly right now, but it's the wrong season for it. Next time it's the right season, it's not going to fit, and I can just pack it up and get rid of it. Find a new owner, because I don't have room to store all that stuff that's never going to fit anybody. And shoes is another thing. If I have slightly used shoes, you put them up for the next kid in line, but um, if it's the wrong season for winter boots, when it's going to fit them, I've been trying to refrain from just hanging on to all that stuff, just in case it fits. If I'm pretty sure it's not going to fit, I need to move it on, because there's somebody out there who will benefit from that. Anyway, so I've got this week to get my stuff cleaned up. Then my other kids are coming next weekend, and we have family Thanksgiving. We have this big family Thanksgiving on my husband's side of the family. He's been gone 5 years this April, but he has a big family get together on Thanksgiving, and it's nice. Anyway, there'll be lots of people there. When I first married into that family, that was a huge, huge, huge event. And my mother-in-law hosted that in her home. And it was so crowded and it was so fun that you could not stir the people with a stick. It was so fun. We just loved it. That was the second generation that let's see. I don't know that her mother did that. I don't know. I think she started that. So that went on we're in the next round, and I don't know, things come and go, and things are supposed to come and go. So I don't know the next bunch, how long they'll want to go, but fewer of the younger kids are there every year. And that's as it should be, traditions fade, new traditions come. Basically, they're the same things. They've just sort of evolved to fit, the needs of the time, the needs of the kids at the time. That makes sense. So, you know, um, that may just fade out, and that's okay. We've had lots of fun. It's been a lot of fun, and it's been on for years and years, and it may continue. I have no idea. I do not know. But we meet and we eat and hang around a little bit, and then go home and nap. That's generally what happens. So I've got to think of what I'm going to make. I've got butternut squash saved back, and I think I'll make squash casserole, or that squash dessert. You bake your squash, cut it out of your skin, and I think you add eggs and cream and butter and cinnamon and sugar, and you bake that with pecans on top and brown sugar, I think, if I remember right. I got to get the recipe out. I think I will make that because that's really good. Everybody likes it, or my bunch does. And then I've got to make a German chocolate cake because one kid wants that, and I need to make some pecan pies because I bought the pecans for it, and everybody likes that. And that may be all I make. This year at Christmas, I want to make corned beef tacos because my mother-in-law always made them at Christmas time. And I actually heard somebody talking about them on YouTube. And I thought, oh, how funny. That is so funny. And my brother was talking about them. That's who was talking about them. So I looked him up, and there is there is video talking about him too, but he was talking about him, and I'm like, that's funny because my mother-in-law always made those, but she fried them. And he said his friend used pan spray and sprayed them and baked them. And I think I will do that this year because the complaint about them is they're so greasy. So anyway, that I may do that at Christmas time this year. But I definitely will crochet, because if I don't sit down and crochet a little bit, I can't. I don't know. Crocheting, handwork, and crochet for me, it just helps me feel a little bit more confident in my world. so many things are hard to do and hard to figure out and hard to coordinate, and you try to do something and it just is not successful, or you forget to pay a bill or whatever, and it just kind of knocks your confidence. It just makes you feel stupid. So if I can pick up my crochet and do some stitches that are challenging for me and make something pretty, I don't feel quite as stupid about all the dumb things that I seem to not do well. I know, silly. Crafts boost confidence. That's where I'm going with that. That's why you should teach your kids something, a craft, some kind of a hobby, an interest that when everything is piling up, they can take their mind to and focus, like a sport. Or crafts are nice because you can do crafts that will carry you through the ages, through all of the stages of your life. Where if you're a jogger, there comes a day. Although I'm sure that's fine too. But there comes a day where you're going to become a spectator in that endeavor, right? And that could happen with handwork also, although there's so many gadgets for people who have arthritis or have missing digits or whatever. And I know I watch Kayla at Kayla Mama Llama. That's not right. I watch her, and she doesn't have her fingers, and she crochets up a storm and makes such pretty things. So even in that, a person can continue that kind of a, there's a will, there's a way. So that's why I think handwork is super nice. If you lose your eyesight, you can still do it, and that's nice. So I don't know. That's just my thoughts on that. It's good for you to teach your kids to do something that will carry them through the years that they can have as a retreat from the struggles of life. That's what I think. Anyway, this is mine. I'm going to retreat today and do a bit of this. I don't think I'm going to knit. I have noticed that yarn splits so bad. And every little bit when I'm looking at it, I find a split. I have to take a stitch marker and mark it. I mark the split, and I try to mark above where I'm going to drop. When I get there, I drop down and fix it. And I'm just tired of doing that. That yarn was on sale for a reason. I think it'll be fine once it's made. But I tend to not watch my handwork when I knit as well as I should, and so I'll get these split stitches and not even know it for 3 rows. But anyway, I've got to get together and crochet a little bit, and then I've got to try to go and eradicate Tinkerbell from my house. I must do that because it's like everywhere. I'm sure we've eaten Tinkerbell dust this week because it is everywhere. I vacuumed everything and it doesn't come up. I swept then and it didn't come up. Last time we had this problem, I used Swiffers. I vacuumed, then I swept, then I took the Swiffer, and finally I think it dissolved or something because it got better. But I never felt like I got that cleaned up. And my other problem is Howard. Howard has been bad. Let me go get Howard. Let me tell you what Howard is doing. Another thing I've got to do today is wash my sheets because Howard has decided that he needs to sleep with Grandma. I'm like, no, that's how you get worms, sleeping with your dog, my mother told me. And I do not need worms unless it would help me lose weight. Then that would be another thing. But I don't know. I don't trust that theory. I think that was tried once. Howard has decided that he can sleep with me, so he waits. He sleeps on his pillow right next to the heater. Or I put his kennel, has a big warm fluffy thing. He used to go in there and he'd sleep, and he never come out till morning. Now he comes out in the middle of the night. He jumps on top of the kennel. First, what he starts out is he lays down by the fire. Sometime I make him get in his kennel, or he gets in his kennel. Sometime in the night, he's getting, and I caught him last night. It's how I know what he's doing. I know how he was getting in my bed. He was getting in my bed with me. So in the middle of the night, he's gets on top of the kennel. He jumps. He's only this tall. He jumps on the kennel, and then he jumps on me, and he gets under my covers onto my clean sheets, and he nestles, and I don't want him on my. I don't want his dirty little paws on my clean sheets. Anyway, I gotta wash my sheets. Let me get him. Come here, Howard. You bad dog. I guess you're not supposed to say he's a bad dog. You're supposed to say you've done bad things. Say hello. Say hello, Howard. See, he's tired. Yeah. It stormed last night. He didn't sleep good. Yeah. He gets up there. Oh, he's going to stretch. Oh. And now my sheets have to be washed. Yawning. Oh, dog breath. Don't kiss me. Do not kiss me. I'll watch you lick your hiney. Anyway, I got to wash my sheets. That's the other thing I got to do because Howard. Yeah. Howard. So the other thing Howard's been doing is I have been having some back trouble a little bit. And so I've been putting my big square heating pad on my chair and turning it on. And it just, you can just really feel it relax those muscles, that tension. Well, Howard sees it and he comes over here and he starts barking at me because he wants me to lay it on the ground and let him lay on it. I'm like, you are dirty. But if it gets down and I happen to like set it down or it falls out of the chair, I come back, he's laying on it. One day I come back, he was dragging across the floor because he didn't like the place it was in. So he has taken over my hot pad. And it smells like a dog too. So if you see me in the grocery store and you get a whiff of Howard, it's because he's been sneaking into my bed and stealing my hot pad. My electric, whatever. Anyway, we tolerate it because we love our dog, right? That's what they say anyway. But, yeah. And he's chewed on a piece of paper he's got hold of over there. And he's spread that out all over creation. I'm telling you, people, he's a pain in the patootie. And I have had to fix multiple places in my sweater that I'm working on because he keeps jumping up on the basket that it's in and catching his little pokey nails on it. Isn't that what you're doing? He's very cold-natured. I've always thought this thing of putting a coat on your dog was really stupid, but I may have to crochet him a sweater this winter because he is so cold-natured. He just can't stand it. Would you say he might be kind of spoilt? Would you think he might be? And he keeps chewing on my phone chargers. The kids lay him down. He chews them on. Chews them up. Just a mess. Anyway, I'm rambling. I'll let you guys go and I will let you know how the glitter thing works out. Have a great week. Bye.